What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rusty Wrench Restorations. So got a little update. I've been working on the undercarriage for the John Deere 430 crawler. This past weekend I was able to get the rear sprockets wire wheeled down to bare metal and primed. I got the 8 rollers again cleaned up, wire wheeled, primed, ready for paint. The only things I really have left now is the actual undercarriage pieces themselves and the front idler wheels and springs. The undercarriage frames I brought to get sandblasted, and I was able to pick those up today. So today's video, I'm just going to show you me getting those out of the back of my truck. They weigh a ton, so I use the 420 to help me get them from there to here. And then I'll get some primer on them today so that they don't flash rust. And over the course of the week and the weekend, hopefully I can get the idlers ground down and primed, and depending on weather this weekend, maybe shoot some yellow paint. So that'll be everything that's yellow in the undercarriage will be painted and ready for assembly. And then I'm hoping that next week I can drop off the pads to the machine shop to have the holes bored in for the rubber pads and eventually get the rubber pads ordered. So anyway, let's go pull these undercarriage frames out of the truck and get everything set up over here. So here's the undercarriage frames. I brought them to Sandblaster last week, dropped them off. They were about $100 to get blasted. You know, lots of intricate corners and angles and stuff underneath. So you know, you can see a lot of pitting on here, and these plates were welded on after on top of the old plates. You know, I'm really not stressing it too much. It is what it is. It's not going to the Smithsonian. Like I said, I just wanted to be able to preserve it and make it look presentable. I do have all new hardware. All these bolts have all new grade 8 bolts, and again, I'm going to tap these out before I put the new bolts in. So yeah, that's it. That's the undercarriages sandblasted. So go ahead and we'll get the 420 over here and get these pulled out of the truck. Alright, so here are the 2 rear sprockets. This past weekend I was able to get those wire wheeled down to bare metal, get all the old rust and paint off, and got them primed. Down here I've got the 8 rollers. This is only a, this crawler has 4 rollers per side, so here's the 8 rollers. 6 of them were good on my undercarriages and 2 of them were shot. So if we scoot over here, you can see I have 2 additional undercarriage assemblies. These are from a 5 roller tractor. The rollers are the same, so it didn't really matter. You can see I used my torch to cut the rock guards off. They're in terrible shape anyway. I don't want to put them on my tractor, and I only have 2 of them. You need 4. So anyway, this is all going to scrap eventually. There were some bad rollers. You can tell the bushings are bad on this one here. So obviously I didn't even waste my time taking that off. Down here, again, they were 5 roller. This one had all 5. This one just had the 1. Quickly I got both because I was going to try to use these undercarriages, but you can see these huge bolts have been cut and snapped, and I just definitely wasn't even in the mood to try to attempt to drill and tap those out. It just was not worth it. So anyway, I got the 2 good rollers that I wanted. These 3 rusty ones on here were the other 3 that were on this undercarriage. They're still in good condition, believe it or not. So at some point, I'll clean those up and prime them, keep them in storage in case I or someone else I know needs a roller. And the bottom 2 down here, the yellow ones, were the 2 bad ones for my assembly. This one here was just completely shot. It's in another video. And this one here, these 2 ears, this one here and one on the other side were broken and welded at some point, and I didn't want to put that on there. So anyway, those 3 rollers I'm going to keep. The rest of this is going to scrap. But really all that's left for the undercarriage is I have to clean up the 2 idler wheels, replace the spring on one of the 3 spring assemblies here for adjusting the idler wheels. This spring here, you can see it's broken, so we'll take that apart and replace that spring. And that's pretty much it. That's everything for the undercarriage. These frames I'm going to hang and prime today so they don't flash rust, and that's really about it for the undercarriage. So hopefully the next video will either be me painting these components yellow, or they will be already painted and installed on the tractor, which is probably more likely. And then we'll be working on getting the pads delivered to the machine shop. Maybe I'll do a video of that, and getting the chains cleaned up, pads put on, rubber pads, getting the tracks put on, and taking it for their first test drive. Eventually I'll work on getting the blade components cleaned, painted, and put together. But right now I just want to focus on getting this thing able to move on its own power so that I can move things around and organize my Tetris fiasco that I have here. So 420 is out of the way for now, so I have some covered space for painting. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I just want to give a quick update where we're at. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd much appreciate it. I think we're at 490. I need 1,000 people. We can do this. Anyway, thanks for watching. For those who do watch all the time, my crazy boring videos. But I love you all. I appreciate it.